G'day, have I got a story for you? Check the disclaimer. Season 1, Episode 35, Thwarted Thrice.
Ooh, there is something wrong with me. I'm sure of it. I feel incomplete. What is this thing in my mouth? And why does everything look so wavery? Am I underwater? I look down at my legs and feet dangling, and further down below me it looks like metal. Directly across from me I see another me, and another, and another. Oh, how many? They are all not moving and their eyes are shut. Are they asleep? I wait for a while longer, wondering if anyone else is here. I don't see anyone else, just lots of others who look like me. How do I know what I look like? Oh, I don't remember who I am, where I'm from, or even my name. Is someone missing me? Do I have any family? I undo bits of odd-looking see-through rope that were holding me in place and float to the surface. With only my head out, I look everywhere for any sign of movement, but see none. I try to pull a thing attached to a long tube out of my mouth, but it's stuck. I pull myself up to sit on the edge of the pool, or whatever this thing is, and again try to pull the mouth tube out. I pull the stuff stuck to it from around my lips, then it comes out easily. I cough, as both liquid and air seem to come out of my mouth at the same time. I lay still on my side for a long time and feel like I can barely move. I am so cold. Suddenly I hear a desperate voice ask, "Are you there? Are you all right?" "Yes." Oh. I answer, but then cough a lot. It feels like I have never spoken before, but that's ludicrous. I hear the voice ask, "Can you stand?" "I think so," I answer, but I am really not sure. The voice says, "You should be able to stand. You might be a bit unsteady." I try to stand up, and the voice was right. I am a bit unsteady. I hear, "There are clothes in the lockers, but first, could you please unlock my cage? Then I can help you." "Cage?" I ask. "Are you a criminal? Should I really be opening your cage?" "I'm a scientist. I'm not a criminal," the voice says. "The key is on the hook just outside the door. Make sure the door doesn't close, or you won't be able to get back in." I go to the door, get the key from the hook on the other side, and bring it into the room. Still feeling wobbly, I grab things as I go past: a chair, a desk, a stand holding up a skeleton, and lean against a table to keep myself steady. I look around for the person whose voice I heard. "I'm over here, the other side of the room," I hear. "Please be quick. We have to be ready at the exact right second, or we will be stuck here." I unlock the door made of metal with vertical bars, like the rest of the huge cage, and we both go to the lockers to dress in the clothes we find there. He is much quicker than me. I feel so awkward. So he helps me with the buttons and shoes. I have questions, numerous questions, and he promised that he will answer them all. But apparently we have to get out of here first. He tells me what to expect. I am sitting on the floor opposite the elevators, and apparently when the elevator opens, we have to rush into it and through some sort of swirling tunnel that will be at the back. That seems ludicrous to me. In fact, this whole situation seems ludicrous. Besides the way I woke up with many other people who look like me in the water, why was this man, who also looks a bit like me, locked in that huge cage? Why do we all look so similar? Why are so many of me under the water, and why was this older man naked in that cage? I could go on. Needless to say, I am looking forward to some answers. I ask him if he knows my name, and he says that I can choose my own. I ask what his name is, but he says that he has to concentrate just until we escape. Then he will tell me everything. I sit quietly for a long time, waiting, and eventually he looks at me with tears in his eyes and says, "It looks like we're on our own. We both have lab coats on, so we can..." He is interrupted by one of the elevators opening, and I ask, "Is this it? Did you hear the voice?" A woman holds the elevator door open and says, "They have her in the siphoning room, so we will have to wait until the cycle is completed." To my surprise, there is another man who looks just like me in the elevator with her, but he looks younger than this man with me. I wonder what my age is. Am I older or younger? I can't tell from my voice. It sounds so raspy. "Alyssa, I was beginning to think you wouldn't come," I hear the man with me say. "Will she remember?" They all have a quick conversation in the elevator. They all seem to understand what each of them is talking about. They know a room to wait in and an empty cupboard in that room in case someone goes to that level. It sounds like we all have to hide until someone can help. I don't really understand any of this. Who would we be hiding from? Scientists? Didn't this man say that he was a scientist? I suppose I will eventually find out what this is all about. For now, I'll just go along with whatever they ask me to do. So, here I am, in a closet, across from the elevators on level 7. We three are apparently waiting here because this is the safest place. As soon as the man from the cage hears a voice in his mind, we will all go into the elevator. I actually like it in this cupboard. It feels safe and warm. There's 2 big furnaces to my left that still have smouldering coals, which makes this room quite warm, even in this closet. Oh, it's time already. That didn't take long. The 2 men run to the elevator, and as the doors open, both of them come back to help me. I'm not as fast as them. I'm finding it difficult to walk straight. I don't think I could run. They grab an arm each and then half carry me quickly into the elevator. I'm glad they didn't leave me behind. There really is a swirling tunnel. As we quickly enter, I am glad that all my questions are about to be answered. That was part 1 of episode 35. This is part 2.
I wake up on the usual chair, I assume. I remove the headphones and glasses and look around. Yes, I'm here again. Only 2 other girls here today, but we can handle this. We're strong. I hear the lock on the door click. Time to go. We walk down the hallway towards the door with the wardrobe sign above it. 2 of us have the same costume in our boxes, and the other girl has the same thing, but in pink with extra lace. I don't want to wear this. The fishnet stockings are hard to put on. And what's the point of this? I hold up the wristbands. Suddenly, I hear it, in my mind. That girl who said she would rescue me. I tell the other 2, but they look at me as though they don't believe me. The girl in my mind says that they are ignoring her. They don't even realize that she is here. I whisper to them, today is the day. We can escape. We can leave and never return. I love it here. I love it here. I love it. I love it here. I love it here. No, we don't love it here. We hate it here. I love it here. I love it here. I love it here. I love it. I love it here. Come on, come with me. All we have to do is get to the elevator on the next level down. It's not hard. We can handle this. We are strong. That's why we are bunny girls. Come on, what do you have to lose? Are you scared they will hurt us? They will hurt us anyway. I continue to try to convince them, but time is running out. We go to the stairwell, but instead of going up 2 levels, we just have to go down 1 level and straight into the elevator. They are both arguing with me, trying to make me go upstairs with them. The girl in my mind says to tell them that the stairwell doors are locked, except the door on the lower level that leads to their rescue. As they begin walking up the stairs, I let them know. Enter the elevator closest to the stairs. There will be a man with a green cloth hanging on his belt. He is expecting us. He will help us escape. Go through the swirling tunnel of air at the back of the elevator and you will be free. I go down 1 level and see that the door is not locked. I peek out and see the man with the green cloth beckoning me to come, just like the girl said would happen in my mind. I hesitate. I see a group of beautiful boys enter the elevator, and the man beckons to me again. He says quietly,
"Don't leave, I'll be back."
I couldn't do it. I just have to wait for the other 2 bunny girls. The girl in my mind told me that they found the door locked 2 levels above, so are coming down the stairs now. They find the door locked on the next level down. Now I hear them trying to open the door on the level above and call out, "This door is open! Come on! We can escape together! The man is waiting to help us, but we have to be quick!" There is silence for about 5 seconds, the longest 5 seconds of my life. But then I hear hurried footsteps coming down to me. I show them the man and he beckons to us. We see a group of candy boys and 2 beautiful boys with them. They all enter the elevator. I suddenly swing the door wide open, grab the 2 girls' hands and pull them with me. They don't resist, and we all go together into the elevator. There really is a swirling tunnel of air. That was the only part I wasn't sure of. We all hesitate for a second or 2, but then walk together towards the tunnel of air, and suddenly everything seems like it's happening in slow motion. As we get close, it sort of pulls us in. We all take a step. We're going through the tunnel. Freedom! I can feel it. I look ahead, and at the end of the tunnel I can see adults. But they're smiling. 3 women are holding pretty dresses ready for us, and I can see lots of other children wearing nice clothes. They all look happy. I am happy too. I look at the 2 girls with me and see how surprised and happy they are. We quickly put on the pretty dresses. We are ready to start our new lives.
That was part 2 of episode 35, narrated by Laura Reily Truth. This is part 3. I look around the lab. I am the only one left as usual. As I begin to clean up after these messy scientists, I keep an eye out for the camera light to go off for the night. The second it is off, I go to my locker and get out the trousers, jumper, coat and blanket, and I hand them between the bars, then go to put the heater on. I retrieve the keys from outside the door, making sure I keep my foot in the doorway so the door won't shut. I don't want to be stuck outside a locked door with the heater left on and the prisoner clothed and wrapped in a blanket. I walk back to the huge cage and unlock the door. The man inside gives me a big hug, as he usually does, and we continue making our plan. It is all coming together nicely. I curl up on the floor wrapped in another blanket and try to sleep, knowing he will wake me in plenty of time to be ready for the day. I hear him go to my locker and get out the food I brought for him. As I listen, he places the pot of soup on top of the heater and begins to eat the scones I made for him. I listen for the noise he makes. There it is.
Alyssa.
I wake up. Oh dear, he sounds panicked.
I hear someone outside the door.
I get up and we run. I turn the heater off and grab the pot and food container and throw them along with my blanket into the locker and close it. I look over to see him laying on the thin mattress on the floor and check that I can't see the clothes or blanket sticking out the top of the bin. His cage door is closed, but where are the keys? Too late to think about that. The door is opening. I walk over to the smaller bin and make it look like I threw something in. I yawn loudly as I turn around, ready to show my surprise seeing someone here at this hour, whatever this hour is. Is that one of the handlers entering, or is that Henchley? He grins.
Did I give you a bit of a fright?
While grabbing the clothes to put back on, the prisoner asks,
Henchley, what are you doing here? I came to see how my counterpart is,
he says, still grinning,
and maybe partake in some of Alyssa's soup.
Henchley let us know the next date that would be available, and we decide that we should have everything ready by then. In the morning, at 7 a.m, as the cleaning crew arrive, I let them know that I have taken care of everything, as I so often do. We are left alone, and Henchley leaves before 8 a.m, when the hallway cameras will be turned on. We continue to discuss our plan while packing up everything we used during the night, and at 8:25 a.m, we are again in our places, ready for the cameras to turn on at 8:30 a.m. The scientists are supposed to arrive at 9 o'clock, and they do usually make an appearance, but only to go to their lockers. Then they usually leave to get breakfast on level 12, and come back with a cup of tea or coffee a couple of hours later. I find it very convenient that they are out so often. I can easily do everything I need to throughout the day to make sure our plan will succeed. This is it. This is the day. At 5 p.m, I leave along with the scientists, but tell them that I need to go to the storage area to check one of the handlers. They just nod and keep talking. I leave the elevator at level 15 and check every handler in the long line, all sitting under the huge helmets, or whatever they are. But none of them have the usual ink mark on their thumbs. How can I tell which one is Hensley? They all look the same. I don't know what to do. Should I just pick one? Where is my women's intuition that I've heard about? Did it just skip me? How could I not know which one is Hensley? Frankly, if my women's intuition was working, I'd say that none of them are Hensley. I walk outside the doorway to check the sign-off book. I hear the elevator open behind me and turn to see Hensley's grin.
Happy to put myself in my chair if you prefer,
he says to the woman with him.
I usually do it myself.
The elevator doors close with the woman still inside, and I whisper, "Cameras." Hensley signs off, goes into the room and puts himself in the chair with the glasses, helmet, and as soon as his bare feet touch the copper plates, I look up to check the camera. Count to 5. 5. Okay, it's off. I remove the helmet and glasses and say the code word quietly in his ear. I don't want any others waking up. Immediately, Hensley removes his feet from the copper plates and puts his socks and shoes back on. He looks concerned.
We're not too late, are we?
She's just gone into siphoning, I say, but we should still be able to continue when she comes out. We quickly get in the elevator and go down so many levels. As the elevator doors open, I hear a raspy voice ask,
Is this it? Did you hear the voice?
As I hold the elevator door open for them, I let the two of them know. They have her in the siphoning room, so we will have to wait until the cycle is completed.
Alyssa, I was beginning to think you couldn't come.
I hear the prisoner say.
Will she remember?
We have a quick conversation in the elevator as to how the plan has changed slightly. We arrive at level 7. It's dark with all the lights off. We can't turn them on, because on this level, the moment the lights go on, so do the cameras. I leave the three of them hiding in a cupboard directly across from the elevator. I can barely see where to go with only the light of the embers in the 2 furnaces. As I exit the elevator at the surface and get in my little car, I wonder if the truck is still there. Now we're 20 minutes late. I quickly drive to where the truck should be, only 3 streets away, and I am so relieved to see it is still there. The ramp is down, ready for me to drive straight in. My small car is quickly hidden inside the truck. As the back door of the truck closes, I immediately see the portal in my car's rear vision mirror. Wow, that was good timing. But then I remember that everything to do with the child's voice is always timed perfectly. I get out of the car and turn just in time to see the 3 men come through together, one each side of the third man, half carrying him through. The truck is already on its way, and the portal gone. After hugs from 2 of them, I give the third man a hug too. I could see that he wasn't sure whether to hug me or not. I tell him that we're going to be great friends, and as he grins just like Hensley, He puts his hands on his cheeks. Was that his first smile? The truck pulls up in the side street next to the building where I live. I back my car out and drive to my usual car park. I go to the second floor and wait for them. A minute later, they arrive at the top of the stairs. It's a pity there's no elevators. The third man had to be helped up 2 flights of stairs. I hand them each a key to the flat opposite me. As they all go in, the prisoner turns to me and says,
Don't put the kettle on yet. I have lots of questions I need to answer.
No problem, I say as I unlock the door to my flat, which is directly opposite theirs. As he closes his door, I realize that I have the biggest smile and say, I'm so glad you're free, Dad. From behind the door, I hear him call out,
Me too!
I think this is the happiest day of my life. Thank you so much for joining us with a cuppa. We appreciate your company.